I'm getting overexcited here. Just one hit. So it's all down to this dice. Let's see what happens. Oh. Hello, Solo Board Game Guide here, and I'm super excited because this is the first playthrough of, filmed playthrough of Decline in its current form, which is an actual printed prototype version. So I'm really, actually mega excited to do this for you guys. So what I've got here is a setup scenario, which I'm going to show on the screen now, where basically what you've got to do is find some heron seeds by investigating plant tokens, because what you want to do is get into one of the ceremonies of the Brotherhood of the Holy Light. Reasons it's part of the story. Anyway, this is basically a demonstration of the gameplay. How I got to this point, setting it up, the map tiles and so forth, is another video which is linked to up here, because you guys probably just want to see how this actually works. So this is me with a red base, and these guys here are skeletons. These chaps here are plant tokens. So off we go. Basically, at the start of the turn, I got 5 action points. Just to show you what's going on here, I've got 3 skeletons, 1, 2, and 3, 6mm miniatures, not 10. 1, 2, and 3. That's what all this is about. I've got my randomizer cards, which is covered again in the setup video, and I've got my equipment, loot, ores and minerals, and herbs cards, which I can investigate at various points. So every single turn, I'm going to go get a free move or basic action. So my normal strategy for this kind of game is to hide behind things and fire off shots, but in my character, I actually don't have any ranged weapons. I've just got an orb of finding and a club, a bludgeoning club with D4 damage. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move up to the skeleton and try and beat him. So he's got agility 3, skeleton 1, skeleton 1, 2, 3. And I've got agility 3, so that means the 4 black dice. So I'm going to use an action point after my free move to roll my 4 black dice, and hits on 1 and 2. I scored 2 hits, amazing. So what I can do is use my action points to re-roll any number of dice or boost them. So I'm going to go with my 2 dice, and I'll use my boosting for damage, I think. So I have a D4 club, and because this is a bludgeoning weapon and this has got a weakness of bludgeoning, it means that I get to roll the damage dice again to inflict additional damage. Basically, I've got a big heavy stick and he's made out of bones, so I'm going to do quite a lot of damage, as opposed to perhaps a crossbow arrow, which is going to maybe chip his bones rather than smash them up. Right, so D4 damage. I've got 2 rolls of this. Now I don't add them together, it's a push your luck mechanic. So I roll once, decide if I want it, and then I roll again, and then I have to take that basically. So on my first roll, I get 4. I'm clearly not going to push my luck. What I am going to do though, with my push my luck, with my additional action points, is boost that from a 4 to a 5 to a 6 to a 7 to an 8 points of damage, using all my action points to try and murder this skeleton. And then I apply any additional modifiers. So I've got 8 points of damage in the bag. However, I've got a strength of 3. He's got a toughness of 4. So I basically there's a differential of 1. So he takes 1 less damage. So he just gets 7 points of damage. Skeleton 1, 7 out of his 9 points. I've nearly murdered him already. On the downside, I'm about to get hit in the face. So right, skeleton's turn. I've got no action points to mitigate damage. So we'll go skeleton 1, 2, 3 in order. So he's going to hit me first. And he's got this keyword called disengage. So after he's hit me, he's going to try and retreat too, which effectively luring me in, and also meaning that I'm going to use up my points of damage. My points of movement, my action points. So he 3 on 3. The way enemy movement or enemy attacking works is they just roll 3 times and keep the 1s. Nothing. 1 and 2s, I should say. Nothing. He's hit me once. Now, if I had any action points left in the bag, what I could have done is added or subtracted 1 from a dice, and I just tick that up to 3 and he wouldn't have hit me. But I got overexcited, used all my action points and inflicting damage, so he has hit me. And he's got a D6 short sword to hit me with. So he's going to roll this. 3. If it had hit me 4 times, I could have rolled this 4 times and kept the best result. So he's done 3 points of damage. I've got a toughness of 5. He's got a strength of 3. So he's got 3 points of damage. Minus, there's a differential of 2. So he inflicts 1 point of damage. 9. On to skeleton number 2. Who's probably going to try and murder me here. So he's going to move towards me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this guy should have disengaged, so he's going to move back. 1, 2. There we go. So this guy's moved to here. And he's going to attack me. Via his ranged weapon. He's clearly within range 1. So he is going to roll all 4 dice because it's 3 on 3. And he's going to do that 3 times as per every enemy, unless stated otherwise, keeping any 1s and 2s. There's 2 that he's kept. Again, if I'd have kept action points in the bag, I could have made him not hit me. Effectively use my action points to dive out of the way. That's my 3rd roll. He scored 2 hits and he's got D6 damage with a strength of 3. Right, so he doesn't do push your luck. He just keeps the best number. 1. Oh, 6. That's painful. Okay, 6. With a -2, he scores 4 points of damage. Which takes me down to 5. This is pretty fighty. But this is what you get for charging into the enemy and getting quite angry. So this guy, number 3, the way it works for enemies 2 cards away. So this guy was 1 card away, this guy was 1 card away, this guy, no matter which way you look at it, is 2 cards away. All he'll do is move towards the edge of his card to the nearest point, so you might argue that's the nearest point, and he will fire in. Now he's got a range of 2, so he's away, so instead of taking all his 4 dice, he gets a -1 modifier on the dice, and he'll lose that dice. So 3 shots, no hits, no hits, no hits. So thematically, at least, he's a long way away. He hasn't hit me. This is one of the danger of using up all your action points early on, because you can't mitigate what the enemy's doing. So my turn, I am going to reset my action points as standard, and the whole point of the quest is that I'm going to investigate these heron seeds. So I'm going to use a point to investigate. I'm going to look in here to find whether it is. It's a poor chance. Yet, in the poor, medium and good chance, I've scored a yes. Awesome. So I'm going to stick that in the bag. Now, am I feeling feisty? I am feeling feisty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my health potions, which is in the old bag. I'm going to use that guy, which gives me, for 1 action point, he is going to get 2 back, so I'm on 7 health. I'm going to, oh, this is risky. This is risky, but I really want to murder this guy. So I'm going to use 1 sprint to sprint additional movement all the way up. You get 3 movement, remember, for your first sprint. And I'm going to use an action point for an attack, because I've done all the stuff first. 3 on 3. Oops, I wonder whether there should be a bit of a Blood Bowl mechanic where they get assists from people who are nearby. I just don't know. Right, to be tested. Add to the list of testing. And I'm going to attack once for no hits. This isn't good. I'm going to re-roll any number of dice from a remaining action point. Oh, I'm so screwed. It's what you get for being aggressive. Thank God for that. I've hit once with a D4. So at least all I need to do is 2 points of damage. So let's roll. 4 points of damage. Get in. Right, so 4 minus 1. So 3 points of damage. Kills this guy. Get in. He's dead. And because my skeleton has D4 loot, I get to roll my D4 loot. So on here, let's roll the old D4 loot, see what I get. I get 3, which means on this character here, I get some wood scraps. That's fine. I've got an orb of finding, so I can re-roll it if I want. As it happens, I want my wood scraps because I'm trying to build some kind of bow, which would be pretty cool because then I can do ranged attacks. Okay, so in my bag now, not only do I have some heron seeds, but I've also got wood scraps ready for the building phase between rounds. Okay, onto the skeletons phase. Now, at this point, you've seen a fairly decent representation of the gameplay, but what I'd recommend you do is you watch on a little bit longer, because what I'm hoping to show you is some of the cover, because that's quite an interesting point of view, because all these terrain features aren't just there for prettiness. This gives soft cover, this gives hard cover, so yeah, watch on and hopefully I'll see it, and with any luck you'll see me running off down this road with a load of heron seeds in my bag, ready to invade a ceremony and pretend that I'm a priest. So this guy, he's dead. Bye bye. So on to skeleton number 2, enemy's turn. So he's going to attack me from there. He's going to get 4 dice, 3 on 3. He's going to have 3 rolls, keeping any 1s or 2s. I've got no action points yet again through bad planning. He's got 1 hit. He's got 2 hits at D6, keeping the best one. 4. He does 4 points of damage, which he gets a -2 on the old strength v toughness. So 2 points of damage, knocking me back down to 5. And he retreats back to here. Right, guy number 3. He's still there, so he's going to lob an arrow in with his modifier as described before. So he gets -1 on agility. I'm not under cover. He's got 3 hits. He's going to hit me once. And has hit me a second time. He's hit me 3 times. Oh, well, not 3 times, but he's got a hit of quality 3, which is bad news. So he's fluked it. He's shot in the dark. His Hail Mary from deep cover results in a 5, 5 points of damage with a strength 3 weapon, 3 further points of damage. This is not good. So I'm down to 2 health. Oh, goodness me. Right, at this point, it's not feeling good. So what I'm thinking of doing is legging it round the back here. My health points reset. Hopefully picking up some cover. Maybe investigating 1 or 2 more plants. And, maybe escaping via the road. So the reason why this guy doesn't follow you around, by the way, is in testing this end up like a children's football match. If everyone can move, what happens is he just follows you, and it just amasses until you've got no health points and you die. And thematically, at least, I think the fact that he stays there represents at least one of the enemies hanging back and trying to predict what's happening. So it works quite well in my limited play testing experience. So I need to work out which is best. So get my free move. 1, 2, 3. My first move is going to be sprint. First move is sprint 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. An additional move. Oh, no, I'm not going to do an additional move. I'm going to use my speed potion now. So that gives... No, not. So that gives me 2 movement points for 1 action point. So I'm going to just use 1 additional action point for an additional sprint. He's knackered. 1 to investigate with a poor chance of finding. So poor chance of finding. In this case, nope. This is probability distribution. It's 33% chance of finding it. So no, I haven't found anything. Now I'm going to use my speed potion to get 2 out. 1, 2, and I'm going to use my final one just to duck in behind this building, thus blocking line of sight all the way through. So no one's got any chance of getting me, hopefully. So 1, 2, 3. This guy's going to 1, 2, 3. No one can get me. I'm so well undercover. It's my turn again. So these reset. I'm basically going to try and leg it out here, I think. Maybe escape with just 1 heron seed. Doesn't bode well. But I can always come back and redo this quest. There's a lot of replayability in the game. That's how it's designed. So 1, 2, 3. First sprint. 1, 2, 3. Additional sprint. 1. Going to leave it at that because I want to keep these in tow. So on to skeleton 2's turn. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Has he got line of sight? Oh, you know what? He does. Unbelievably. Unbelievably he does. So 4 dice, 3 hits. Nothing. 1. I'm going to use 1 of my action points to negate that. Yes! My energy here was used well to dive behind the tower. So, he's done. This guy now, however, is within 1 card, so he can move and get involved. 1, 2, 3. Is he within range? Oh, he's on the edge. I would say that's hard cover, so that's a +2 to my agility. He's effectively, there's a differential of 2, so he's going to get rid of that one and that one. So just 2 dice, rolled 3 times, nothing. Oh, 1 hit. He's fluked one. Maybe it's bounced off the tower and he's taken a low quality hit. It's still a D6 though. What's he going to get? Just 2 points of damage, which is negated. A strength 3 weapon against strength 5. The ricochet wasn't enough to cause any damage. So back to me. I'm resetting. The first thing I'm going to do is move forward. I'm going to use my health potion. Absolutely. 1 action point to restore me up to 4 health points. Hopefully snatch from the heron plant at the end here and see what happens. Just going to reposition the camera. Excuse the shakiness. And off towards the end. So use a health potion. I've moved. I'm going to take a sprint action down to 3 action points. 1, 2, 3. I'll take a further one to investigate it with a poor chance. Yes, I find it. What a move on my last one. 1 action point left. And can I escape? Put that in my bag. 2 heron plants. And I've only got... Oh no, I've only got 1 left, so can I survive another round? That is the question. So skeleton 2 moving towards me. 1, 2, 3. Has he got a clear shot on me? No, it's through cover, so he's getting 3 points. 3, not that one. 3 dice. Hits on 2, nothing. Nothing. 1 hit. Does he wound? Oh no, 5 minus 2. 3 points of damage, leaving me with 1 health. It's all down to skeleton 3. He's going to charge in 1, 2, 3. What a finish. What a finish if you're into this kind of thing. He's going to take all 4. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Oh no, one hit. 2 hits. No hits. I'm getting overexcited here. Just 1 hit. So it's all down to this dice. Let's see what happens. Oh. 4 points of damage. Minus 2. With no action points left. 2 heron seeds in the bag. I am going to sadly be killed 1 square from the end with just 1 health point remaining. What a close game. What we're doing here is keeping for the next round. Any wood scraps, we assume that I managed to play dead, crawl off, regroup. I've lost any potions but kept any loot, and I can start again, play it with a different tactic. I'm hoping there's so much replayability in this. So far, I've really enjoyed it. I've really appreciated the input that I've had from my good friend Dave and Vicky, who threw in a few useful comments, and most importantly, was just generally supportive by not telling me I'm an idiot. So thank you for everyone, both virtually, who've been lovely, and in meet space that have been lovely. I really like this. It's a good game, even if I do say so myself. So if you haven't already, just subscribe to the newsletter in that link. Get involved. I'm having loads of fun with this. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Check out the playlist. Do that. There's all things here. Yes.